Alright, so before I proceed, I just wish to remind you that we live in the world's largest democracy, and as a citizen, I have the right to ask questions of the government. Now, since the media has forgotten how to do their jobs, I think it's on us to ask the questions of the government that directly, concern the well-being of our nation and of ourselves. एंड एनी मोदी जी को तो क्रिटिसिज्म बहुत पसंद है, तो दिक्कत क्या है? सो विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, व्हाट द हेल हैज़ द रूलिंग पार्टी डन टू आवर इकोनॉमी? I mean, if you look at the numbers, your brain will go. Alright, so I don't know about you, but I, for one, am really worried about my future in a country where there are literally no jobs. The unemployment rate has shot up to 8.4%. And if you're someone who, solely depends upon the media and, WhatsApp University or other social media for your daily dosage of news and do not read the newspapers, then I won't be surprised if you're unaware of the fact that थोड़ा ध्यान से सुनना भी, India's GDP for the first quarter of 2020 to 21 contracted by 23.9%. Yes, you heard that right, 23.9%. I mean, that's also incidentally the sharpest contraction ever since the data started being recorded in 1966. Alright, on the other hand, our prime time news debates nowadays are mainly concerned by Riya Chakravarti, a war with China, which apparently we already won, and of course Kangana Didi. I mean, respect, yaar. Anyway, who gives a shit about, the worst recession, highest unemployment rate, highest, number of COVID cases every day? And यार किसी को पता है कि वो PM Cares Fund का जो पैसा था वो कहाँ गया?
In this selfie journalism, if you don't have the facts, it doesn't matter. You just put a flag in the frame and you hide behind it.
So, when the numbers for the GDP were revealed, सबको पता था कि Twitter पे एकदम अभी ऐसे लड़ाई होने वाली है. So, ironically, the hashtag that was trending was GDP truth. तो उसके अंदर what a lot of people were claiming was कि India has performed better than a lot of economies, including the US. I mean, guys, honestly, the only thing we can beat US in right now is the maximum number of COVID cases. Okay? So, एक मैसेज था which was floating around on WhatsApp and Facebook. मेरे मम्मी पापा के फ़ोन पे आया था, तो मुझे पता है. तो उसमें what they showed was कि US का जो इकोनॉमी है, it has fallen by 32%. Alright, while India's economy has gone down by just 23.9%. Now, sorry to say, but those numbers are wrong. And I mean, I won't blame you for believing in those numbers since some established media houses decided to, parade those numbers around in their prime time news hour. So the truth is that different countries have different methods for calculating the GDP. While India does it annually, the US does its analysis on a quarterly basis. So if the US used the same method as ours, then the comparable figure of contraction for the US economy would be 9.1%. Now, मेरी बात का यकीन करो मत करो, this is exactly what Geeta Gopinath, the chief economist of International Monetary Fund, has said. So in India, the quarterly GDP is calculated by comparing it to the same quarter the year before. While what the US does is that they first do a quarterly analysis and then present an annual figure, which means that they basically assume that the US economy would continue to fall at the same rate for the next 3 quarters as well, which results in an estimated contraction of 32% of the US economy on an annual basis. Even if we compare our GDP on an annual basis, India has recorded the steepest fall among the world's major economies. And if we compare our GDP fall to that of the US, then in terms of percentages, India's GDP fall is more than twice that of the US. अगर अब भी समझ नहीं आया कि कितना बुरा हाल है, then assume this: even if the growth for the next 3 quarters is 0%, then the annual rate of contraction would still be somewhere near 6%. तो अगर आसान शब्दों में देखा जाए तो देश के रसोड़े लग गए हैं. एंड इन द वर्ड्स ऑफ मिस निर्मला सीतारामन, दिस इज एन एक्ट ऑफ गॉड, राइट? सो इतना तो चलता है. आई मीन, but as Miss Jayati Ghosh rightly asks, are these false comparisons being made in order to shield the government from its mishandling of the pandemic? Because the act of God narrative acts as another shield, while in truth our economy is the worst performing in the amongst the world's major economies, and we have suffered the most.
अगर हम करें तो करें क्या, बोले तो बोले क्या.
This is all because of the sudden sheerness and the unexpectedness of the move by the Modi government to implement a nationwide lockdown before actually consulting any of the states. And while a lot of economic packages were announced, no social or economic protection was actually given to those left without livelihoods. And you remember the PM Cares Fund, which we all put our money in? That is apparently now RTI proof. So we have no way of knowing how much money was collected and how it's being put to use. Before the pandemic, we were already suffering from high levels of poverty, unemployment, and inequality, which the lockdown has only amplified.
वाह मोदी जी, वाह वाह वाह.
Most of us are at fault too for feeding of the bullshit of the Indian media. I mean, इतना ही ड्रामा देखना होता तो कोई इंडियन सीरियल देख लेते. न्यूज़ कहाँ है भाई, न्यूज़ दिखाओ ना. And most of us are privileged enough to be able to fact check everything that the media shows us. But हमें तो कुछ भी दिखा दो, हम वही मान लेंगे यार.
It is not that good journalism is dying, not at all. It is getting better and it is getting bigger. It is that bad journalism makes a lot more noise than it used to do 5 years ago.
The worst part is patriotism का तड़का लगा के हमें literally कुछ भी believe करवाया जा सकता है. मतलब बस पाकिस्तान से कोई भी चीज़ कंपेयर करा दो, ये दिखा दो कि हम उनसे कितना ज़्यादा अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, and that's the end of the story. But yeah, I mean, why are we still comparing ourselves to a nation that is in FATF's grey list up tak for not being able to pay their debts? I'm not a nationalist, I'm a patriot, someone who loves their country while recognizing that there are certain shortcomings with the constant desire to improve. And asking questions of the government does not make us an anti-national, but instead it shows that we are responsible citizens of a democratic nation who choose to voice their concerns.
There was nothing comparable to this prior to 2014. Nothing.
Right.
This is the most evil government that we have ever seen in this country or perhaps anywhere in the world.
Hi, so I really hope you liked my video, and if you think I made sense, then do press the like button and subscribe with the bell icon.